casser les codes un peu.
Ah, c'est Nizar, moi je...
C'est bon?
C'est bon, elle a fait... Je vois pas, elle est où? Ah.
I have a dream. Ah. No, it's not the good. It's not a good one to do.
It's a good one.
Okay, my name is Nizar Ben Shikroun.
Hey, my name is Benich.
And my
This
name
is
is Vincent Paris.
Okay,
Nice
so
to meet you all.
nice, very nice to meet you. We've been déjeuning on NFTs for like 2 years, buying some CryptoPunks, Bored Apes, buying a lot of things, understanding how the blockchain works, how NFT works, been all around the world, talked about NFTs, meet artists, did all of that. And we just realized that we had a huge problem with security. And because of that, we started thinking what we should be bringing in the space to change that paradigm that we're all living today in the space, which is like the fear of getting hacked, the fear of NFT collections getting scammed, etc., etc. And what I have been doing for the past 2 years, I have been trying to build models to disrupt a lot of industries. So we were starting with foundations and big organizations like United Nations. How can we help them to raise funds with NFTs faster? And they all tell you the same thing. How do we securize all this? And then we started by partnering with Berexia, which is a huge company in Web2. They are securizing a lot of big companies like Société Générale, working with the army, etc. And we went to them and we showed them the problems that we've had. And they said, okay, can you onboard us in Web3? And we said, of course, we can do that. And I started by helping my really, really good friend, Ben, that I didn't see for 15 years. And we've been in school here in Paris together. I onboarded him remotely on Web3 and NFTs.
We can say that, yeah.
And he
that's
created a huge collection called Catmon Stars. So he's going to be telling us about his experience and his problems. And Vincent is going to come with the tools and the things that he's creating to change the security problems.
Thank you, bro. Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm super happy to be here and super happy to meet you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the place. So my name is Benjamin, and I founded a project and have now minted 2 collections. And about security, what we want to know is like, when you are a founder, you are in charge, you know. You have a community coming up, and you want those guys to feel safe. That's the main point. And sometimes it's hard, and you have to find solutions. So 2 points interesting in here is the safety of the community and the safety of your own project, I mean, technically. So first, let's talk a little about the smart contract that you all know, because when you're about to mint a project, you know that you are using a smart contract. And that smart contract can have some vulnerabilities. So, in fact, you have to be sure that everything is so fucking clear and all right that nobody gonna have any problem when the mints come up. So to do that, we found that, like, I'm gonna tell funny stories, and because that's my experience. So
yeah, that's the best you can do. It's like sharing the experience that you've had with the mints, because I understand that the first thing that you say is, how do I protect my customers? This is the first thing.
Exactly.
But how do you protect also the mint itself?
Exactly. So it's a two-way, you know. You have to protect the community, but you have also to protect the project, the contract, and all the technology. So what we did lately on our last mint, Catwalkers, it was a dynamic NFT. So we're creating a DApp, a decentralized application that allow people to play, you know. And when you do a little game on the mint day, nobody else that your community can play that game. So what you're scared of on the mint day is like many bots will come up and mint your project, especially if it's a free mint, for example. You decide to onboard many people and you do a free mint. So you know many people will come up and mint, but also you know that bots, you know, like hackers, they'll come up and mint all your project if it's not secure. So what we did for fun is creating a dynamic interactive project that allow people to play. A bot won't play, you know. A bot is not a human. It's not going to play in your dApp. So For example, you can choose your own filters, and you can create your own NFT. That could be something fun that a bot won't be able to do on mint day. And other thing we did is very funny because it's about cats, and we created a little captcha, or people have to say a little song like "Meow," you know, and then imagine thousands of people minting at the same time and all in their rooms saying "Meow, meow, meow, meow," to try to mint. So a bot won't do that. So what I'm telling right here is find a way to please your community by something fun, and start to think as a founder at something that bots can do. Because if you just do a mint, like someone gonna click it, everybody can do that. So if you're about to create a project, or if you're about to launch something, try to do something fun and try to imagine that what a bot can do and what a human
I
can.
think what is very important to say here is that Ben is absolutely not a technical guy. Like, he's not a geek at all. He used to sing and do funny stuff, and but he's not a geek.
I'm an entertainer, you know.
He's just creative. So he was like, we have a problem. How do we find a creative way to skip the bots? And you just have to think outside of the box. Like, if you do something very technical, the guys that are more technical than you are gonna screw you. Yeah, excuse my French, but they're gonna literally screw your collection. And most especially if it's a free mint. It happens with POAPs. Like, if you drop a POAP, you think, okay, it's a cool thing. People are coming to my event, they receive a POAP. But at the end of the day, you have bots that have only one goal: scrap that and try to put it in second market. It doesn't have like a consciousness. So you just have to be really creative. And that's why we have Vincent here. He's gonna come with few ideas that they had with big companies and that they launched.
No, exactly. So that's why I think Ben's experience is a very good, example.
Your mic like that so that we hear you well.
Okay.
Just like, you know, hip hop, you know.
Yeah, like hip hop, like
Yeah, yo.
I do believe you can do it this way.
Okay, let's do this. No, but that's so. I'm Vincent Perez. So I'm a product manager for Berexia, and we work a lot on gamification. I think that was one of the very good point that was mentioned by Ben here. It's to those kind of actions that can a little bit annoy someone in a user experience. For example, to do a captcha is not always a good thing. It's a step. It's another step, an additional step in your customer journey. And we are working a lot in adding some gamification, like the meow thing that Ben was just mentioning. And I wanted to ask you also a little bit very quickly if that's something that you would be willing to do, also that would not, I would say, prevent you from going ahead, etc. So just to have your...
Yeah, how to create this dynamically, like not just us coming here and fooling around. Like, is anyone here launching or has launched a NFT collection right here? Can you like raise your hand? Oh, that's really cool. Come with us. you know, we do that for you. We do not do that for us, you know? You just come and tell us your experience.
Well, yeah. Yeah, one other thing we're going to talk about is the whitelist.
Hello.
You know, the whitelist.
What's your name?
On a whitelist.
Melisandre? Yes. This is amazing. Okay. This is a beautiful name, by the way.
Thank
so,
you.
Melisandre, you...
I can do both.
Amazing. So,
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Hi, Melissa. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
I'm
meet
not
you.
sure what I'm supposed to say. So,
What about your experience? What are
Um,
your probably any security issue, or even your experience on it?
we did the security. It's not really a security issue, but when we wanted to launch our collection for a game, it was NFT games. We basically had our accounts that have been duplicated many times, like 7 times. So when we were ready to launch our own NFT, our accounts or the name of our project was taken many times. So we had to change everything, and that was a problem. But it's not purely security issue. It's just that people who believed we had launched our NFTs, they actually bought
Fake account.
NFTs from fake accounts. Yeah.
How do you stop
totally
that?
see this. I've been seeing this in OpenSea, especially when you start a project and your project start to have a little hype. Everybody will copy your project and put it on OpenSea. So it will get confuse your minters and your community, and they don't know. And so they click and they can buy a fake NFT. So the big solution you have there are two solutions. You can report this to OpenSea, or you can basically DMCA the collection. So DMCA Act is
Copyright Act. Yeah.
it's can you tell it?
Yeah. Copyright Act. Yeah.
It's a copyright act. So you're just saying to OpenSea basically, I have the right of that collection, and that other collection is a fake. So you fulfill a form and you say, I'm DMCA this collection as a fake, and I'm the real one. And OpenSea won't play with it.
Yeah,
They go in
yeah,
to
but that's
shut
a huge
down.
problem in the space because they're not protecting the customer at the end of the day. The customer is just like filling a comply afterwards. What you want is like, what do you build beforehand so that this is not happening?
Yes.
Because OpenSea is gonna give you a blue check after 100 ETH that you make. So what kind of solution can you come up with?
So in this kind of things, basically we work a lot on this kind of KYC, know your customer. So it's as of now there's no magic solutions, but what we are working on is a prototype that can analyze also your behavior on the chain, also can identify if you are fraud or basically identify if there is a risk that you are not the right person, so it can alert the admin and all and this stuff. That's a prototype at this stage, but that's the thing.
I have one thing to add on this. It's about the whitelist, because when you are gonna mint, you are creating a whitelist basically, and this is a totally mess because today whitelists are the main things, but they are overlocated. There are so many, like if it's a 1,000 NFT project, people like having a 10,000 whitelist people. So how to secure that, you know? Because you try to secure it, you want your project to grow, so you're doing giveaways and stuff, and you are hiring a collab manager. The collab manager will go in every community and say, hey, I have whitelist spot for you. You have to tweet it, and you have to like it, and this post and that. You end up with 10,000 addresses. That in those 10,000 addresses, you don't know nobody of those customers. You know, you don't know anything. So we find out a solution on that with 2.5 development, and I know you are developing something like that.
Yeah.
You can analyze those wallets, you know.
The behavior on the chain,
Yeah, you can check the behavior on the chain. If imagine you have 10,000 wallets, you can analyze and say if those wallets have done some transactions or not. And if, for example,
and how they did the transactions, like if they behave like a robot, it's like a behavioral security way of looking at things. You look at the wallet and you say, okay, there is no human being able to do that at that amount of time. So then you can analyze that. So this is like a data analyze, and you're like, oh, this might be a robot. So you put a flag on it. That's what you do.
Exactly.
Red,
so
orange, or yellow.
Exactly. So you can measure also the time between different transactions. If it's not human, you can flag it as well. And what you were mentioning as well is when you have zero transaction, that's also something that
I find out on the whitelist of the last project that I did. I found out like on the 10,000 wallet that I have, like 2,000 of those wallets were given zero transaction. So what do you do as a founder when you see that those wallets have no transaction at all? You just put them away, you know? There is nobody behind that. There is no human being behind those wallets.
That's exactly what we're living in the Web 2, actually. It's like having fake followers. It doesn't mean shit, excuse my French again. It won't help you at all. It won't help your community. It won't help your growth. It won't help you at all. So you are afraid to kick off someone from your whitelist because you want to have a large number of people in your whitelist. But at the end of the day, you want it to work. So if you want it to work, you want it to be real. If you want it to be real, you have to behave exactly like when you are on Twitter. Like when you're on Twitter, you have someone following you saying he works for that project. If you look at his things, if he only retweets for like the past 25 tweets, so he's not active. It's a robot behind it. It's very easy. What you do at a human scale, what we try to do at Berexia is like analyze it and replicate it and doing it at a very large scale to protect people. And I do believe that's exactly what the type of things that you might have needed, Alessandre.
Mélissandre.
It's even more beautiful than Alessandre.
Merci. Yes. It's for us the experience was really.
Je peux dire incroyable in French.
Incroyable. It was amazingly difficult because of course we didn't know who were our fan base. We tried to look for different ways to get a proper fan base, a solid, very solid fan base. But you had to go through Discord, you had to go through Twitter, you had to go through other channels, and most of them, it's true, they are not.
It's chronophage, as we say in
It's
French.
chronophage, and it's not really real fans. It was
don't know who is
probably
who.
Hunter.
yeah,
They
you
are
don't know.
Always
hunting
behind
you.
the scene, yeah.
They want to flip your project. So they
Exactly. Some of them, they were just here to buy your NFTs to resell them very quickly, so the floor price would
Can we
also
take
change.
one question, maybe?
yeah,
or two?
because we have 1 minute. Anybody has any question here
Yeah, do you
about
have?
minting and collections and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, come. We do it the right way. Come.
For a guy, I
Come on
already-
stage. Come on stage. It's your moment of
For
glory.
me, that for a guy, I already mint NFT most of the time. Like it's you follow the Telegram or the Discord, and they will spam like the Discord with the fake link, you know. So for especially if you're crypto native, it's okay. You know you need to take care. But like for the average people that just got in your project, they will most of the time a lot of people they will fall for this, you know. They fall for the phishing and they will mint a fake collection, you know. Most of the time they just pay for the minting, but the other time they can drain, you know, wallet get drained. This is very common, you know, for newcomer.
on that matter, you have two problems. The first one is you clicking on a fake link.
Exactly.
So the education part is very important. So that is why we take from our time. We come here. We try to talk about this. So the education part is very important in the sphere, and it's going very. Everyone is educating his peer. That's the first part. The second part is a behavioral, a human being behavior, which is I got scammed. I'm gonna sell it. Like you get scammed. You buy something that is fake, and you put it in the market. And that is, I believe, another part of education is like being human being to human beings, and that's the thing to do. What does that mean? For me, it means it's amazing. No, it doesn't mean that.
Amazing.
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you
Thank
for your
you,
presence.
everybody. Thank you very much.
For your time.
Alors, moi, j'ai